first reaction was, we're doing what? I was like, wait a minute. You're saying we're getting what instruments to do what, where, and how? Oh, okay, it's gonna be interesting.
So this is the first time we've ever done anything with an orchestra. So this is a really big change for us to try to fit something in with another group. And of course, it's the first time we've been working with the composer.
I was delighted with the way it went, and I was relieved that the experience had been a good one, I think, for the students. I got the feeling that the students had enjoyed being involved in the project, you know, and especially with the dance element and so forth.
It was a nice challenge. We had a time crunch.
I've never done anything like this before, so getting the chance to learn a new cultural dance and not only learn it, but be a part of like a storyline, it was so exciting and different, and I was 100% about it.
I was blown away by getting to play with the orchestra. You'll never hear a Balinese orchestra play with a Western symphony orchestra. We have a lot more members this year. We actually have a full ensemble, which we don't usually have.
Because Gamelan is such a sort of communal activity, it's something that you kind of do as a team, and the fact that the group that's playing meets, you know, purely voluntarily, it was just fun to get together every Sunday afternoon and we'd sort of tackle a new bit of the piece, and then there'd be little sectional rehearsals, and it was lovely just watching those people, you know, gradually grow into being able to play a full-length, almost 20-minute piece, you know, without having music in front of them too.
Wow, this is really long. That was the first reaction. I was also a little overwhelmed by seeing it all written down.
It was interesting because when we got together, we mostly had rehearsals separate, and we had one or two rehearsals where it was all three of us together.
I didn't know where to start, so I thought, how do I play this? And then I was like, okay, measure one, let's play the note. You got this, you got this, you got this.
I was pretty intimidated because the first part that I tried to learn was really hard, for me anyway.
The logistics of getting this many musicians to work together and learn their part and be at rehearsal and perform is very difficult, and that wasn't even my job.
This is my very first year as orchestra manager. My role was to make everybody's life a little bit easier. And one of the biggest things was making sure the instruments got from the school to Evans Auditorium.
It's the fact that we have this other job to do, which is to get the 3 or 4 tons of instruments or whatever it is from the practice room into wherever we're performing. And it sounds like it is hard work, but it's also a really fun way to interact with a group and to build a lot of camaraderie. People are always trying to figure out and work together as a team. We all gathered in a circle right before Gamelan for the performance, and Sari, our dance instructor and dancer, sort of gathered us all around to observe a Balinese custom, and that was really special.
And then the moment it really clicked was when I was on stage in my chair, watching it all unfold around me, and I said, oh, I see you, Gordon, I see you. It was really magical, and I never got a chance to perform with these sort of people, and like with those instruments, and with this culture, and then the dancers, oh, they were fantastic.
For most of the piece, I was just enjoying being out there and dancing, something that we worked so hard for. So to experience a little bit of the dance drama and the theater side of it, it was interesting. I really liked it.
I was like going out there and I was just enjoying the moment and being in the part and just enjoying the music and the dance along with Haley and Sari, and it was just a great experience.
And you just get used to hearing those sounds, and so then when you put an orchestra on top of it and it's all these string instruments, and you get these double basses playing and then flutes and clarinet solos, and it's just really cool to hear that combination of sounds that you would not hear anywhere else.
It really takes a group being completely connected and completely aware, as Dr. Watson would say, completely aware of all the little parts, because every note, every rest, every this, every that, every this, it makes it make sense. And the person who wrote it for a reason.
Just a really special thing to get a chance to play such traditional music. And so it was a really special concert because it brought together so many traditions, right? The tradition of orchestral music and the traditions of celebrating world music at Texas State, and then the Gamelan, and then bringing together the Balinese dance, which is a very ancient tradition. So it was a wonderful way to be part of a concert that honored us.
I was like, oh my God, this is so cool. It was so awesome. So relief was the biggest feeling, and then just an adrenaline rush too, because it was done, and like, oh my gosh, this is so great. We got a huge applause. Everyone loved it.
Something fresh, something new, something different, and something a little bit crazy. Bersama.